question I'm always asked every day is, how often should I clean my air ducts out and how do you do it? So what we're going to do, we're here in a house, we're getting ready to clean the ductwork out. We're going to go through and show you exactly what we do so you would know how this is done. So what we do, we start off by our truck, which is actually a big vacuum cleaner. And then what we do, we have this suction hose that gets run all the way from our truck, all the way through your house and down to the furnace. So we'll follow it down there and show you how we tie into the ductwork to start off with. So what we do, we run this through. Hopefully we can park in your driveway. Come right through your front door or window, whatever's the simplest way to get downstairs. But we'll run this hose all the way across. Then what we do after we get into the house, we have a tarp lay down everywhere. We lay our suction hose down for you so we don't get anything on your carpet or on your floor. And then most houses, the furnace and everything is in the basement, so we'll usually turn down and come down the stairs to the basement. And then what we do, once we're coming in here now, we're getting into where the furnace is actually located back in a little storage room here. What we do, we have to get in, we split your system into two separate sides, your return side and your supply side. So what we'll do, we've already cut an access hole in the supply side of the ductwork. We stuck our suction hose in there. So right now, we're just creating a suction on the supply side of your ductwork. Later on, we're going to go through all that ductwork. We'll come down and we'll do the same thing on this side of the ductwork and then clean out your furnace at the very end. So the next step now that we're creating a suction on the supply side of your ductwork is to go upstairs to the supply registers and show you how we get the dirt to come down here to this side of the ductwork. So we'll go back upstairs and we'll show you what we do at the supply registers. So keep in mind right now we're only on the supply side of the ductwork, so we're going to go around to each one of the registers in the floor here. In this house, they're in the floor. We have a flexible rod here. What it does, it has air pressure that moves through the rod. There's an attachment on the end here that blows out air pressure. Go ahead and squeeze air pressure now. And what we'll do, we will take off the register cover here, and what we'll do, dirt as we go. We're sending this whip rod down through the ductwork and pushing the dust and dirt down to the main trunk. So all these side branches off of the main trunk, we're going to take it, we're going to take it all the way down in there. And right there, it's all the way to the end. It's flowing all the way to the main trunk now. So this register here is all the way clean, the side pipe all the way down to the main trunk. So what we do after we do that, we get all the ones in the house blown on the supply registers. Then we'll go back down here to the furnace itself. What we do, we have a little bitty 1-inch hole that's drilled in the ductwork down here. What we do, we have a whip rod that'll go on the end of this. And what it does is, once it goes in the ductwork, it's going to knock around and push all the dirt into that suction hose. So go ahead. This piece right here is pretty short, so it's only going about 5-6 feet, then it drops down into where the suction hose is. So that's all there is to this piece of ductwork. Run it back and forth in there a couple of different times. Make sure everything's knocked off the sides and the bottom and the walls and everything in there. So right now that's going into our suction hose and that's going out into our truck itself through that suction hose out into our truck. Basically we'll do that to every single register in a house and come down and do this on both sides. An average house takes between an hour and a half to do. So if you haven't had your house done in the last 4 to 5 years, that's what we recommend, which about 70% of the house we go to every day have never been done before. Especially winter coming up, you're going to have your doors and windows closed all winter long. Give us a call. We're Minders Air Duct Cleaning at 686-9128 is our number. Thanks.